Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. Well, I'm a little bit sick, but that doesn't matter. In this video, I'm going to talk about trend lines, how to use them, how to draw them, because I know a lot of traders out there are using them every day. So since last video was about support and resistance, I was like, I need to make a video about trend lines, just like that. So by saying that, let's just jump right into the charts. So what is a trend line? A trend line is a diagonal line that connects two or more price points, and it helps you visualize the direction of the market more clearly. So this is really important. It has to be at least connecting with two price points, not one, but I think that's pretty obvious. If we are in an uptrend, we want to connect the higher lows. And in a downtrend, we want to connect the lower highs. This is because in an uptrend, when we connect the higher lows, it's acting as a support. We will draw the line below price and it will act as a support where price bounces off. And on the other hand, in a downtrend, when we connect the lower highs, we put the line above the price, so it acts as a resistance. Let me draw this for you so it's a little bit more clearly. So in a uptrend, all right, in an uptrend, we want to connect the higher lows, right? Not up, down, because it's acts as a support. Price is going up. So we put it from here and we will put the line all the way like this. You can see how the line now acts as a support, because pullback goes up, pullback goes up, pullback goes up. On the other hand, in a downtrend, we will draw the line acting as a resistance. So we're going to place the line above the trend, like this. Okay, more or less. Okay, since it's not perfectly correctly, that doesn't matter, because the markets are not perfect. And guys, when you start trading in the beginning, you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm putting my trend line correctly because it's not hitting correctly. Well, actually, almost never it happens that the trend line is exactly. For instance, in this downtrend, we can see that price went a little bit above the trend line and then went down, a little bit above and then down. And most of the times it's gonna be like this. And then sometimes, for instance, next it will hit exactly at the trend line, and then next can be a little bit like this. You know, it's never gonna be perfect because the markets are not perfect, guys. All right. To put an example in the charts, right now we are on the daily time frame in Euro USD, and I'm gonna take this example as a downtrend first. Let's see, right here, okay? How would we draw the trend line? We will draw the trend line all the way from here, all right, like this, all the way down. And this is what I mean. You can see that sometimes, like price here, it hits perfectly. It goes down and it hits perfectly again. It goes down and it hits perfectly. And then here, it goes a little bit out. And then here it goes down again, and here it goes a little bit out again. And guys, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Like I said, the markets are not perfect. This is how you draw a trend line in a downtrend. And in an uptrend, for instance here, in an uptrend, you will want to draw the trend line more or less from like here to here. Okay. And you can see that price went down a little bit, again up. Didn't hit perfectly, went up. It hits perfectly, and now it's kind of like hitting all the time. This is how we draw a trend line in an uptrend. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, guys, and one more thing, like don't force trend lines, okay? If there are no clear highs and lows, just don't draw a trend line. Don't force it, because otherwise your chart is just going to be full of lines everywhere, like line here, line here, line here, and it's just gonna be confusing to you. So only draw a trend line when it's clearly. So how to use trend lines? Why do we use trend lines in the first place? Well, first of all, for entry confirmations. When price pulls back and touches the trend line, we can enter, for example. And by the way, you cannot purely enter with trend lines. You need other confluences. But for instance, in this downtrend, when price had already 1 and 2 price points, you can put the entry when it hit here for the third time, right? It makes the pullback, hits the trend line, and now you can enter short. Like I said before, you cannot purely base on trend lines, you need other confluences. Breakout signals. When a trend line breaks, it can signal a trend reversal or trend change. Now, in this downtrend, there is a clear example of a trend line breakout. As you can see, this was a downtrend. Then what does it do? Right here. It goes up, goes down a little bit, and here, all right, here, it breaks the trend line. If you want to enter and if you want to confirm the breakout, you want to see a retest on the trend line, which happened right here. Price goes down, it retests the trend line, and then goes up. This is a clear breakout. And that's also why we use trend lines, because we want to see when the trend is going to change, when the market is going to shift. This was actually a really good example. And guys, you will always want to wait for a retest, right? If we are in an uptrend, let's say, and we draw a trend line, let's say like this. If the market breaks the trend line like this, don't enter directly, because it can just be a fake out, right? It can just be a liquidity grab or whatever it is. So you want to always, because like price can just do like this, right? Can just go back in and continue. So you want to always wait for a retest and then see the market structure shift. Always guys, wait for this retest. This is like really important. This is like how a lot of retail traders fail and get trapped. Okay, like I said before, trend lines is also used for confluence, but people like to combine it with support and resistance, indicator, candlestick patterns for stronger setups, and that's it. Okay, that's pretty it. One thing I'm gonna say, last thing, don't force trend lines, okay? If it's not clear, if there are no clear highs and lows, don't use trend lines. Like, it must be a clear setup. Otherwise, you're just gonna have the chart full of lines everywhere, and you're just gonna get confused. Like, if it's not clear, like here, it's like kind of consolidating. You're not gonna put a uptrend like here because it's not clear, right? So only if it's like really clear, use the trend line. And guys, that's it for this video. There is not much to say about trend line. I think I covered everything, and only use them if it's necessary. Me personally, I don't use trend lines. I only draw support and resistance areas. I never, almost never, use trend lines. Also, I think like it's very easy to see with my own eyes, like how the market is going. I don't need to draw a trend line, but a lot of the people that I see on the internet do it. So I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing. Do it if it works for you. I covered everything you need to know about it. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It would really help me. And if you have anything that you want to see in the next videos, write it down in the comments. Jarno, I would like a video about this. I will make a video about that. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.